we're going to talk now to our very favourite business and economics
man with the graphic,
Liam
Halligan.
Because the government are talking about Great British Nuclear today.
There he is. So you're at the Science Museum in London this morning, Liam, to talk about nuclear energy. Who are you talking to?
I'm indeed at the Science Museum, Bev. I don't think I've been here since I was a cub in my little shorts and my cap. I wish I was wearing them today because it's pretty hot and humid down here. I am in Museum Land in South Kensington in central London, and pretty soon the Energy Secretary Grant Shapps will be arriving here, giving what he is billing, this Department of Billing, as a major speech on nuclear energy. He's going to announce the launch of Great British Nuclear, a new arm's-length government body, in order to speed up the rollout of nuclear power over the coming decades, saying that we want to get to 25% of our energy mix being nuclear by 2050. Let's have a look at that energy mix, because I may be away from the studio, but I've still got my graphics. And here is one of my graphics. Strap yourself in, this is a good one, because there you can see our energy mix in the latest year for which data is available. 15% of our electricity comes from nuclear power. Almost 40% comes from gas. Just 1 or 2% now from coal, quite interesting, and quite a lot from renewables as well, though energy prices are linked to the price of gas. What Grant Shapps will be saying today is that he does want to see the completion of Hinkley Point down in the West Country. I'll talk about that a bit more. But also, he's going to be talking about these small modular nuclear reactors. We know the government's given money to the UK's own Rolls-Royce to develop these nuclear reactors. I think he's going to say in his speech here, though, that it'll be about 11:30, he's going to say that the government still has to decide who is actually going to build those modular reactors. There's going to be an international tendering competition, and then those reactors will be rolled out, the Energy Secretary will say, in the 2030s.
Liam, the question, of course, which I'm sure you'll be asking the Secretary of State is, this is terrific and great and we're all pleased and delighted. It's a little late in the lifetime of a government, isn't it, when they've been in power for 14 years and most of these nuclear power stations won't come on stream till 2035, if we're lucky.
Indeed, this is all about the long term. The government would reply, ministers would reply, that pretty much all the nuclear power stations that are active in the UK now were commissioned under Conservative governments. Of course, Hinkley Point is being built. It's the biggest construction project in Europe. I was down there just last month talking to Grant Shapps. It's a huge construction project down there in the West Country on the coast near Taunton. It's a very, very complex project. It's funded by French government money, by Chinese government money, as well as by UK government money and other private sector. Look, this is the long term. In the end, the government hopes that nuclear is part of the solution, not only to cheaper energy, but also more secure energy, not relying on overseas powers, not least in the Middle East and Russia for our energy, and also helping towards net zero. Increasingly, Western countries, as net zero gets tougher, are starting to treat nuclear power as, on balance, environmentally friendly. The French, of course, have 70% of their electricity comes from nuclear, just 15 here. The Germans, meanwhile, have almost entirely decommissioned their nuclear power. This is a long-term game, nuclear energy, and I'll be back soon with more from the Energy Secretary.
Very interesting.
Thank you, Liam.
Our business and economics editor.